Hello everybody, I am AngryBird. So we are back for another AngryBird Plays Rangroo's Unit of the Week. So hopefully you enjoyed the previous video. That was the Dornier 217. This week's video, if you've not already seen it, which I'm sure you have, if you've seen my videos, you've probably already subscribed to Rangroo. But if you haven't already seen it, check it out. It has been released. Rangroo has released it, and it is the Doushka anti-air truck. So we're going to attempt to use the Doushka and get a victory in a 1v1 game. This week we are playing the newly released 84 Guard Stravelku, and we're playing against Poppe, I think that would be pronounced, who's playing the 28th Jaeger. Definitely stick around. Most of the action happens towards the end of this video, so I'm playing it on 2-speed, but this is, hopefully you'll enjoy this one. This is a good video. I certainly enjoyed playing this match. It was fun. So Poppe, if you get to see this, please send me a comment, and we'll have another match where the Doushka isn't really used, and because I think, had this been a normal game, Poppe would have been in with a decent chance of beating me on this map. So yeah, we'll stick around, wait till the end, and then we'll talk a bit more. So the tactic is, for now, to hold the front line. This has actually turned out to be a good map. So I play this on quick play. So you know, if I win, I'm not getting any points, any ranked score or anything. And often the unit of the week, they can be quite random, so the decks that end up being produced, you know, they might not be competitive, so I'd rather play on quick play. So we actually came up, it was a random map, we came out with Krupa, and it was quite a good one for us, because the strategy is to hold out in A and B, and then unleash all hell in phase C. So we started off sort of defence across the board. I actually realised that I didn't put anything in this central compound here, so that's why I rushed in the Ognamachikis, but they aren't really sufficient to hold the ground, and actually Poppe he's got most of his forces in this central area, so it's quite surprising. I was expecting an attack on this right hand flank. That's where most of the action occurs early game on this Krupa map. You know, people try to get the bridgeheads over here, so it was quite strange to see Poppe attack in the centre. So he's using his snipers to push forward. He's got the Stug in the centre ground, but I have the new, well, with the new division I have plenty of IS-2s on hand, so that's the tactic. We need to hold out till C. You'll see why later on. Stick with it, definitely stick with this one. So the tactic is, we went Maverick income to maximise our B phase income, so that we could bring out as many IS-2s as I could get out, which would give the opponent as big a headache as possible, so that we could delay as much as possible till C phase. I was really worried about coming up against a division that would attack early on, so luckily Poppe came in with the Jaegers on balanced income, so it worked out for me. This was the only match I played with this tactic, and I don't want to play another one, if I'm honest. I honestly don't want to play another one. but it's fantastic. It really is fantastic. Wait till the end. So the sniper moving into that building, I think he was trying to scout that out. He's got a lot of units in these trees here. Luckily I have brought in the Su-76Ms. I've got 3 of them across the map, and they're going to be my artillery, get them out early, delay. So in comes a HS-129. It was a mainstay of SD1. Not used so much at the moment because the Jaeger divisions, they aren't really competitive. So we've got the PE3 coming in, and that clears that up with the help of the Yak-1B. So I really didn't want that HS-129 getting kills on the IS-2s, because that was the tank. That was the unit that was going to hold off for me. It isn't the star of the show. It is not the star of the show, I'm telling you. But I definitely did not want to lose them, because I needed to put enough presence on the ground that would, delay any attacking. And I think we only just about manage it. And that's why I said earlier that, Pop A, if you see this, come play another match, and all will be well. So he's got his own Gab 40, 105mm. I've not seen that used often, but it's certainly. I thought these were mortars coming in, but they certainly packed a punch. So he is pushing infantry into this centre ground. Looks like he was considering the Focke-Wulf attack there. Not much movement on the right and the left. So all the action's going in on this centre ground at the moment. So I've got the second IS-2 coming in, the IS-2 Komroti. So that should really start helping me out. I've got reinforcement infantry coming in. I really needed to hold this centre ground, because I think if I lost this, then the whole tactic, I think, would have been in question. So we're just delaying at the moment. He's got all infantry in runs, but I really should have counter-batteried that, or all his artillery. Sorry, I should have counter-batteried that, but I didn't. And in comes the Schwim off-map, the Bayo Schwim off-map artillery, and artillery off-map artillery has been changed in the latest patch, and I think it was a needed change, because it was lackluster. And why would you have bought the off-map when you can just buy artillery that's now unlimited range? So yeah, off-map really needs to be sort of a short, intense barrage that gives you something different to the slow artillery barrages of the mainstay howitzer pieces. So you have the mortars that can do quick fire, but they're very low damage. So I think the off map should be, high lethality, but intense, quick barrages. That way, it's got a use. So we've got the Focke-Wulf coming in, but luckily we have the 37mm there. Did get its bombs off and destroy the support gun. That's going to hurt, and he's got more troops coming into this centre ground. So luckily for him, he is sort of falling into the trap a little bit, because I think this was a mistake. Really, it's really hard to push, especially here across the river. I mean, most players will come over this bridge and try and push that way. So because you can't push your tanks across the river like this Marder. You can't get this Marder across the river. You can only push your infantry across. No support guns, no anti-tank guns. So strange place for him to push. But this IS-2 is losing. It's getting suppressed with all the off-map, the anti-tank guns, the Stug, the Marder. It's getting suppressed, and there is some movement now on the right-hand side as well. This really worried me. This was a good play he obviously could see that I was reacting to him in the centre, so it was a good play. But he needs supporting units coming in, really, I think, because I don't think he'd be able to hold that with the with just the infantry. Got the Fokker Wolf coming in now for an attack, and this should be, here we go, the start of phase C, and this is where the Doushka is going to shine. 50, by my count, it should be 54 ZIS-5V Doushkas coming in to the battlefield, one by one, trundling in. Look at that. This game always looks fantastic. Always looks fantastic. So we're really desperately trying to hold on to this left. And actually, in anticipation for what's coming, I've brought one of my IS-2s across, and 2 of my T-34s, and a second IS-2 I've brought across. So this is going to be good. This was exciting. I'm also bringing in some Guard DPs just to try and capitalise, so we've got them. But we've still the game is still trying to bring in these Doushkas. It takes forever. Look at this conga line of Doushka trucks. It's ridiculous. Just one after the other. It's like they're already reaching the spot and it's not even spawned all the units yet. This is ridiculous. So he's pushing in with more infantry on this town, and he's really got this town under control now. So this worried me because he was pushing in a lot of places. He's pushing his infantry through here and his infantry through the sort of centre right as well. So I was worried that all of these Doushkas that I just bought, and I was probably going to lose before I could get them used. So yeah, I was worried at this point. Still the Doushkas are coming in. Look at this conga line of Doushkas. It's ridiculous. I mean, what I wanted to do as well is I really didn't want him to see what was coming. I mean, he might. I don't know whether he had eyes on what's coming, but hopefully he didn't, because if he noticed all these Doushkas coming through, God. He is bringing in more infantry on this right hand side. So I don't know whether he's reacting yet. He has captured this flag in here, which gives him a 12-12. No, sorry, I was thinking that was strange. Gives him a 13-11, so he is now getting a tick. But we are bringing in Gvardia to try and clean that up and hold off. They're still coming in. So they've all spawned now, but look at this. Can we look at them all? This is ridiculous. Oh, that's beautiful watching them come over the hill. Ah, this is why I was telling you to stick around for the end. This is fantastic. Look at them, they're still coming in. Got some Guardia here on the left. They're probably just looking at this thinking, what? Okay, so the off map is placed down. It's this BO Schwim, which I think is the same one from earlier. But yeah, so I moved these 2 Guardia forward because this town was taken, and this could have gone seriously wrong. I mean, he's got the Panzerjägers in as well. The Panzerjägers, which I'm wondering whether he was aware of this coming through, because that's probably, a unit that on first glance you'd think to respond with. And down comes, so here we launched the attack, and then down comes the off-map artillery. So I quickly halted that because that could have been a disaster. I'm so lucky to avoid that. Look how close the barrages are coming. I mean, I'd have been going through there, and they're taking suppressing damage. God, they're all spreading out. This was a nightmare. Like, this was so unintentional. So he's got to know what's coming. Surely he can see these units now. So we wait for the off map to finish, and then we go in for the attack. So 54 Doushkas, all on the attack. This is ridiculous. They can't even all get on the road. This is unbelievable. So straight across the bridge, pin down the first units that we see. And the thing is, they'll pick up the surrenders because they're not recon troops. You know, they're anti-air units. So the Panzerjägers instantly pinned. I think he must have known the amount of Panzerjägers he brought into that position. So there was one taken down with the Panzerbücher. He reacts also with the HE-11s and the FWs. But you've got to remember, these are anti-air units. And when you've got 54 of them all in one spot, they can actually hold off aircraft. So one plane does get the bombs released. And there it goes. It takes out another 3 or 4 of the Doushkas. But we are still rolling through. We're taking out the anti-air units of our own, anti-air on anti-air, and in comes more Sturmjägers to try and, you know, stand this attack. This is unbelievable. So we have the infantry rolling through as well, because what I was conscious of is I didn't want to push through these Doushkas and then not have anything to back them up. So another Focke-Wulf coming in. So I definitely did not, you know, I captured this territory. I wanted to keep the territory, so that's why I brought the Guardia DPs in as well. So this time we saw the infantry coming through, so we switched the focus of our attack. 54, well, it's not quite 54 now, probably about 45 Doushkas turn around. 45 Doushkas doing 3-point turns and then heading up this road towards the Sturmjägers. People said that Sturmjägers, well, I'd love to see this used on 78th Sturm. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. 38 Doushkas left, and then one right at the back holding on. So another Focke-Wulf 190 coming in. So he must have been, I suppose he is on balanced income. So I think he did just get the bombs away. So yeah, only two destroyed, quite a few, you know, suppressed, and now he's bringing the Stug 3G Führer. I think that's the response. I think the tanks is the only response, because you can't really bring in air units because they get suppressed by the Doushka's anti-air. You can't really bring in infantry units because they get suppressed by the Doushka machine gun as well. So you've got to bring in something that doesn't get suppressed by the Doushka machine gun, and I think that's got to be, you know, light tanks, really. So we were pushing forward. I wanted to take out this Bayo Schwim 210 because I didn't know whether he had another off map in on him, and I think he had possibly one more on him. But then, okay, so in comes another Heinkel, and I don't think, no, he did not get his bombs off this time. This is what I mean, the Doushkas, they are anti-air units, so you can't really respond to them with bombers. So I saw the tank and decided to do another 3-point turn. And now, can we see how many we've got left? I don't think it will show us. But we're going back across the map, and if you look on the minimap, look at this territory that we've managed to capture with this Doushka attack. This was Rangroo's unit of the week, and certainly it has been the star of the show. It's unbelievable. So we do have the flag here. We've now got a 1680. We've got the flag back here, the flag back here. I've managed to push Sapperies through right up the top. So the idea of this was that even if they managed to clear up the Doushkas, there'd still be infantry all over the back lines that would take a long time to get rid of. So that tick bleed could continue for such a long time. So my aim now is to get across to these artillery pieces And from looking at it, actually, he doesn't have any armoured units left in the centre. I'm guessing these IS-2s have taken them out. So this would be a perfect attack, and I can see us really making some headway right across the map. So we've got some more infantry coming in. I'm trying to clear up these Panzerjägers here, and also to take this flag, but I do this. There's so many games I've lost infantry units before they've even unloaded. So the Doushkas come up, tangling with the Marder 2, and Poppy's finally had enough and surrendered the game. Poppy, if you see this, I apologise. That was disgusting, really, wasn't it? And I don't want to ever play a game like that again. That was a horrible feeling, but at the same time, it was amazing. So we get quite a kill loss ratio, and let's have a look at the kills. I think the IS-2 got quite a lot in the centre. And then the Doushkas come through, you know, Panzerbücher, Sturmjäger, Panzerbücher, Beilschwim off map. That's a lot of points to lose to a Doushka, a 10-point unit. So we've got 10-point units beaten. I think Sturmjägers are 30 points, Panzerbüchers are 25 points. The off map, I don't know the price of that, but that is expensive. So for a 10-point unit to be killing them, that hurts. That really hurts. Let's have a quick look at the losses. The M42 killed quite a lot of Doushkas, actually. So, you know, they are vulnerable to machine gun fire. The problem is that they will just suppress that amount of them. When you've got 54, of them, they will just suppress the MG42. So, yeah, this the Focke-Wulf 190 F8. It got 3, but you're using a lot of points to counter 10-point units. So I think, yeah, if you look down here with the Marders and the Stugs, you've got to respond with cheap tanks or cheap vehicles with at least enough armour to hold off against the Doushka. So you are basically talking sort of like 50-point tanks, really. The tank destroyers aren't as great, because I think with them being sort of not sort of open top vehicles, I think they do suffer more suppression and damage. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you to Rangroo for all his content. I really enjoy watching all the videos that he puts out. His Unit of the Week videos are always fantastic to watch, and look at also the history and the tidbits that he puts into those videos. So this was AngryBird plays Rangroo's Unit of the Week, which was the Doushka. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back next time. Hopefully it won't be as disgusting as this one was.